This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have...
The Sooners kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Blue Raiders offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's y'all. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's take a look here at Middle Tennessee. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Something you're always worried about, the first drive. It's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshmen. Settle. In a tough environment, on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside, and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now, you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back. If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They're on the board first here in the season opener. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer
Sooner!
So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
He'll run it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, and they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target he got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And here comes the punt team. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back has it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Blunt. Oh, he's got some space. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Finds a man in the middle. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. Trying to make something happen. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's that make it go.
Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Slip could be an alley. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Blunt. He's there to make the stop.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Let's go to the side.
Checking in from the Middle Tennessee State sidelines, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Caught over the middle. It's Stokes. And they're able to make the tackle.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast. Get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Oh, it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think, on offense. You know, third down, I love the RPO call, and I love getting that receiver the football. You just would love to see him do something with the football. Make the defender miss and go get the first down. Simply just wasn't able to do it.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Just feeds the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football.
Snags it and he's open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This defense making a big play and putting it in.
The one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week one is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clemens. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw. It's Applewhite. Good timing on the quick out. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Pulls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of
if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Got his man on the right. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to pass, it's Henderson. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It's complete to the right. How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line? They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at SMU in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Mustangs, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Number 99, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Clemens. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely no...
It is complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Run inside. It's Clemens. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Plows through the defense. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the option, he keeps it. Sweet cut there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake, easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your DB.
Got a little grass. The 30. He's at the touchdown Sooner. About this back, staying on track and getting it in on the option.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Middle Tennessee defense will go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to keep the drive alive. He is stuffed on 4th down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They've gotten off to a great start with a season-opening victory. Let's take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Caught in the backfield, it's Casey. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Bentley. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Field goal is good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Walker. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
So critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Snap it to the back. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle.
And it's blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. so they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Blue Raiders come out ready to go on the attack. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Stokes. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Running inside, it's Clemens. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Quick strike complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Pulls it in. Shakes a man, and he might take off. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Trying to bull his way in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside. Something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. There's some room. Got enough for the first. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Middle Tennessee State comes out onto the field. The offense ready to go to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Nah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stokes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's complete. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.